Let's discuss about types of regression. Regression in machine learning. Regression is a process used to find the relationship between dependent and independent variables. It helps us predict continuous values, such as market trends or house prices. The main task of a regression algorithm is to learn a mapping function that maps an input variable, x, to a continuous output variable, y. For example, suppose we want to predict the weather. We can use a regression algorithm for this task. The model is trained using past weather data. Once the training is complete, the model can predict future weather conditions based on new data. Both regression and classification algorithms are types of supervised learning. They work with labeled datasets and are used for prediction in machine learning. However, there is one key difference. Regression algorithms are used to predict continuous values such as price, salary, or age. Classification algorithms are used to classify discrete values such as male or female, true or false, or spam and not spam. In short, regression predicts numbers. Classification predicts categories. Let's talk about two types of regression techniques, which are simple linear and multilinear regression. What is simple linear regression? Simple linear regression is used to understand the relationship between one independent variable and one dependent variable. In the graph, vertical axis shows the dependent variable, y, while the horizontal axis represents the independent variable, x. Each dot represents an observed data point. The straight line passing through these points is called the line of regression. It shows the best linear relationship between x and y. The mathematical model is expressed as the sum of intercept b0, slope of the line b1 and error term equals to prediction y. Linear regression equation. The linear regression equation describes how a dependent variable changes with respect to an independent variable. It is written as y is the dependent variable that we want to predict, the term b0 represents the y-intercept, the coefficient b1 is the slope of the line, and x is the independent input variable. The term a represents the error, which captures the difference between the actual data points and the predicted values. The intercept and slope are calculated using statistical measures such as covariance and variance. Together, this equation helps us model relationships and make accurate predictions from data. Linear regression describes how one variable changes with respect to another using a straight line. This line is called the regression line, and it represents the best fit line that minimizes the total squared error between actual data points and predicted values. In this image, the equation of the line is where a is the intercept and a is the slope. When the slope a is positive, a positive linear relationship exists. This means as x increases, y also increases, resulting in an upward sloping line. In this image, the equation of the line is when the slope a is negative, a negative linear relationship occurs. In this case, As x increases, y decreases, and the line slopes downward. Thus, the sign of the slope clearly explains the direction of the relationship between variables. Let us understand the given example to find the linear regression and predict marks for a given number of study hours. This table shows the relationship between study hours and marks obtained by students. The first observation indicates that when a student studies for 2 hours, the score obtained is 50 marks. As study time increases to 4 hours, the marks improve to 65. It is clearly observed that marks increase steadily as the number of study hours increases, indicating a strong positive relationship between the two variables. Here we calculate mean of x by adding all the study hour values and dividing by the total number of students. The average study time obtained is 6 hours. Similarly, the mean of y is calculated by adding all the marks and dividing by the number of students. The average marks obtained is 77. Now compute deviations table explains how student performance data is analyzed using statistical concepts. The first 2 columns represent the observed values, the number of hours studied and the marks obtained by each student. The average study time is calculated as 6 hours and the average marks obtained is 77. The columns labeled difference from average study time and difference from average marks show how much each student's values deviate from their respective averages. Negative values indicate below average performance, while positive values indicate above average performance. Now in the table, these differences are squared to remove negative signs and to measure the overall variation in the data. The squared differences for study time represent how widely the study hours are spread around the average. Similarly, the squared differences for marks show the spread of marks around their average. Another important column multiplies the difference in study time with the difference in marks. This multiplication shows how both variables move together. Positive results in this column indicate that students who study more than average tend to score higher than average. Lower or negative values would indicate an opposite trend. The totals at the bottom of the table summarize overall variation and joint movement, which are later used to compute statistical measures such as correlation and regression. The regression coefficient represents the rate at which marks change with respect to study hours. In this case, the value shows that marks increase consistently as study time increases. The intercept represents the baseline marks when the study hours are taken at the reference level. It helps fix the position of the regression line on the graph. Using the regression coefficient and the intercept, the regression equation is formed. This equation expresses the relationship between study hours and marks in a mathematical form. To make a prediction, the required study hours are substituted into the regression equation. When the study time is 7 hours, the estimated marks are slightly above 80. This predicted value lies within the trend of the given data, showing that the regression model provides a reasonable estimate. Multiple linear regression is an extension of simple linear regression. It explains the relationship between one dependent variable, called y, and two or more independent variables, denoted as x1, x2, up to xn. This technique is used when the outcome depends on the combined effect of several predictors, rather than a single input. For two independent variables, the model is written as f of x1 x2 is equal to the sum of y-intercept up to two variables with error term. For n independent variables, the general form becomes f of x1 x2 upon xn is equal to the sum of y-intercept up to n variables with error term. Here, b0 represents the intercept, which is the value of y when all input variables are 0. The coefficients b1 to bn indicate how much y changes for a one-unit change in each variable, while keeping the others constant. The error term captures the error or variation not explained by the model. Let us explore multilinear regression with an example. In this model, house price is not decided by a single variable. It depends on both the size of the house and the number of bedrooms. As the house size increases, the price increases proportionally. Larger houses generally require more materials, land, and construction cost. Similarly, the number of bedrooms has a strong impact on price. Houses with more bedrooms are more functional and suitable for families, which increases their market value. The regression model combines these two effects using weighted coefficients. This allows the model to estimate a realistic house price instead of a rough guess. Finally, the predicted price reflects the combined contribution of house size and number of bedrooms is 22,50,000 rupees. This example shows how multiple features together influence the final prediction. Let us now discuss how the coefficients in multiple linear regression are obtained. In this method, one output variable is estimated using more than one input variable. To calculate the coefficients, we use the matrix expression. This equation ensures that the prediction error is minimized. The estimated coefficient vector represents the least squares solution used to compute regression parameters. Now, let us understand the structure of the design matrix X. The first column of X is filled with ones, which allows the model to include the intercept term. The second column stores the values of the first independent variable, x1. The third column stores the values of the second independent variable, x2. The estimated coefficient vector contains three values, where b0 is the intercept of the model, while b1 and b2 indicate how strongly each input variable affects the output. x1 and x2 indicates independent variables. Once the calculation is complete, the final regression equation is formed using the obtained coefficients. To calculate regression coefficients, we must first organize the given data properly. Let us assume a dataset of 4 houses. For each house, we are given the size of the house, the number of bedrooms, and the house price. Here, Size is the first independent variable, called x1. Bedrooms is the second independent variable, called x2. And price is the dependent variable, denoted as y. Now let us construct the dataset step by step. Step 1. Design matrix X. The design matrix includes the intercept and the input variables. The first column contains only ones. This column is used to represent the intercept term. The second column contains the house size values. The third column contains the number of bedrooms. Step 2. Output vector Y. The output vector contains the house prices corresponding to each house. Now, with the design matrix X and the output vector Y, we have all the required data to calculate the regression coefficients. Using the least squares formula. After substituting all the values into the normal equation, all the matrix operations simplify into a single coefficient vector. After substitution and multiplication, we directly obtain B0 equals 50,000 represents the intercept. B1 equals 2,000 and B2 equals 1 lakh represent the effects of the two input variables on the output. This means the model has successfully learned the coefficients from the given data.